you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that nobody really ever wants to admit. We kind of use social media to mask it. Okay, come here. People use social media to cover up or mask the fact that ever happens to them, and it's just kind of something that nobody really wants to talk about under any capacity, and that is the topic of rejection. I'm gonna get rejected by this cat. Okay, bye. The topic of rejection. Hearing no, not getting what you want under any capacity. And yes, it's not an easy thing to talk about, but as I'm seeing a lot of girls, some of them my students, some of them just friends and confidants, telling me that they feel, you know, horrible because they had this rejection, but they see all their friends on social media have these perfect lives with the best filters, nothing bad ever happens to them. And I always feel like I have to tell them, no, it does, it happens, you just don't see it. So I thought it would make a really interesting video and to get your guys' opinions and thoughts on this topic as well. To put it frankly, rejection is just a part of life. If you are somebody who is outgoing, has trial and error, is willing to go out and try new things, you know, just put themselves out there in any capacity, you are going to experience rejection. I think I'm a little less hesitant to talk about it because my line of work as an actor and a performer going to auditions, you hear like one yes to every maybe 10 or 20 no. So rejection is kind of like part of the game, so to speak. And in our line of work, rejection is a sign of trying. And I want to put that out into the world. If you are somebody who's experiencing rejection, know that that is proof that you are trying. That's actually one of my favorite Pinterest quotes on one of my boards. It says, failure is proof of trying. And it kind of lessens the blow on the part of feeling rejected. I guarantee you every successful person that you know of in your life has had to face rejection multiple times. The CEO of Starbucks was rejected by many banks for a down payment on a loan to open his first coffee shop. The author of the Harry Potter series heard no from dozens of publishers before she found one to take a chance on her. Taylor Swift couldn't get a record deal or an agent. She was an add-on in a small record company with like a 6-month interim contract to see how she would do. And I think she and those other two are doing pretty well. I think with the advancements of social media, we are seeing the shiny end product more and more and more, and we're seeing less of the no's, the all-nighters to get things done, constant rejections and the bouncing back and trying this or trying that. We're seeing less of the work and more of the product, which can be really discouraging if you are somebody going through a hard time who's maybe been rejected from something and you're trying to bring yourself back or bounce back or have another plan, and all you're seeing on all of your social medias and your environment is people showing off their product when you indeed haven't gotten yours yet. That being said, as somebody who has experienced a lot of rejection in her life, I'm gonna let you guys know what I do to best combat that feeling of just pitying yourself and anger. And I'm not sitting here mocking rejection. I just have turned my brain around to think rejection is proof of trying. Every time I get a thanks but no thanks letter, that is proof that I got off my ass and I did something. It's not, the world's against me, I feel terrible about it. And I used to be that way, and there are still sometimes I do get that way, but these following steps are what I do to not let rejection get me down. Number one is my 1 hour rule. I give myself 1 hour. Scream, cry, play angry music, woe is me, the world did me wrong, the world's not fair. Whatever you have to tell yourself, say, scream to the world, get it out, but you have 1 hour. When that 1 hour is over, your pity party is done. Next thing I do is I get out of my environment. For example, if I didn't get cast or called back for something and a lot of my friends did, and they're going out somewhere and I know I'm just gonna be upset and have a longer than 1 hour pity party, I will get out of my environment. I will, you know, rain check those plans, go outside my environment, meditate, reflect, look back, just kind of take that time to reflect, and I take it away from people who are involved in wherever the rejection came from. So if it's something in the office, I would try to avoid my coworkers, something with the theater, I try to, you know, avoid my actors just for a little bit of time. Nothing to do with them, but sometimes their presence reminds me of the rejection and something I'm trying to move past. And if it's still a sensitive or tender subject with me, I'll just let them know, hey, you know, this just happened. I don't have any shame of hiding it anymore. I used to hide the event. Now I would say, hey, such and such, I actually didn't get called for this. I just need to take this evening off. Can we rain check and do coffee tomorrow? That sort of thing. Get out of your environment, take a breath, go outside, reflect, recharge. It's gonna be okay. The next thing I do once I've cooled off is I express my feelings, usually to Christopher, family or friends or something. I'll sit down, I'll tell the story to somebody, you know, we'll reflect, talk about it. We don't sit and gossip about it. It's just mainly, here's what happened, here are the events, here's how I was feeling, here's how I'm currently feeling, and hopefully in the future, having talked it out, I will be okay and be able to, you know, move on to the next goal, the next attempted, you know, step up in the world, and potentially the next rejection, but we don't focus on it being the rejection. Why did I do air quotes? And ironically, the next step is to regroup and recharge. Jumping back to my situation, if I didn't get into that one show, I'll go research and say, okay, I didn't get into that show, my September is now open. What other theaters have shows going up around the September time, and have they had auditions yet? I sit down, I refocus, I regroup, I make new goals and a new plan. I don't just sit there and wallow in the show or the company or project I didn't get into. I look ahead. And my last one is do not be ashamed. Again, failure and rejection is proof of trying. When you look back, you will be thankful that you tried rather than just said, you know, I thought about it, but I didn't really want to deal with that rejection, so I just stayed home. Sorry. Like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, quote Michael Jordan. Go out there and take the shots, take a chance, because even when you get 100 no's, that one yes you get will make all those no's so worth it. And you'll be able to say, hey, you know what? Looking back, I am so glad I pushed through all that. I sometimes wonder what the first company to reject Taylor Swift thinks now. What is the first bank that turned down the CEO of Starbucks? What are they thinking now? They're like, oh my God, I messed up. Ugh. The publishing house that first rejected J.K. Rowling for her Harry Potter series. I bet they look back and they regret that day right now. Be the change you want to see in the world. Bounce back from your rejection. Know it's proof of trying. Be proud of the fact that you tried. Don't be proud of the rejection. That'll make you seem just a little bit spiteful. Be proud that you tried. Yes, I went out for that show. I gave it my best. It just wasn't for me. It went to another girl. Good luck to her. I'm off on my next path in life. Easy as that. And my bonus tip is do not be fooled by social media. I've said it before, people's feeds, social media, platforms, and posts, those are all tailored to look beautiful, flawless. They're gonna show you the best. They're gonna show you their product, the things that they probably got rejected on their way to getting there. If you idolize a big YouTuber, you don't know how many years she's tried, maybe got rejected and just kept pushing through to get there. Same with pop stars, celebrities, authors, singers, you name it. They have been through rejection, so do not be fooled by social media. Anyway, those are my tips and tricks for dealing with rejection. Once again, everyone deals with it. Let me know what your thoughts on this topic down below in the comments. If you like these kind of videos, let me know by giving them a thumbs up. And if you're new here, click the subscribe button and the bell down below to be updated each and every time I upload a new video on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!